everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a really important topic, avoidant personality disorder. Sometimes we meet people who are quiet and reserved, and we might just think they're shy. But sometimes there's more to it than that. We're going to break down the 7 signs you need to know, because knowledge is power. If any of this resonates with you or someone you know, please reach out for help. Let's get straight to the point and uncover the 7 signs you need to know. Okay, first up, we're talking about criticism. For someone with avoidant personality disorder, criticism isn't just something they brush off. It can feel like a punch in the gut. Imagine being terrified of saying or doing the wrong thing, feeling like the whole world is judging your every move. It's this overwhelming fear of being judged, criticized, or rejected. They might avoid situations where they could be criticized altogether. Avoiding these situations might feel safe in the moment, but it can make things worse in the long run. It's like trying to outrun a shadow. You can't really escape it. Understanding and empathy go a long way. Now, you know those folks who light up a room the moment they walk in? They seem to effortlessly draw people in with their charisma and charm. Well, someone with avoidant personality disorder might be the exact opposite. Instead of feeling energized, they might feel overwhelmed and anxious. Socializing can feel like climbing Mount Everest in flip-flops. Every step is a struggle, and the effort can be exhausting. Imagine feeling like you're constantly being watched, judged, and evaluated in social situations. It's like being under a microscope all the time. They might feel like they're not interesting enough, funny enough, or smart enough to keep up with everyone else. This self-doubt can be paralyzing. So they might avoid social gatherings, skip parties, or even dread going to work or school. The fear of rejection or embarrassment is too much to bear. Social inhibition is a real struggle, and it can make it really hard to build and maintain relationships. It creates a barrier that feels insurmountable. Everyone has something unique to offer, but those negative thoughts can be so loud that they drown out all the good stuff. It's important to remember that everyone has value. Let's talk about self-esteem for a minute. For someone with avoidant personality disorder, that inner critic is working overtime. They might have this constant feeling of inadequacy, like they're not good enough, smart enough, or successful enough. When you're constantly putting yourself down, it starts to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe you're not good enough, you're less likely to go after your dreams, take risks, or put yourself out there. Low self-esteem can be incredibly isolating and make it hard to see all the amazing qualities they possess. But here's the good news. Self-esteem is like a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger it gets. Imagine being invited to try a new dance class, go on a blind date, or even just try a new restaurant. For most of us, this might be exciting, but for someone with avoidant personality disorder, this can feel like a one-way ticket to disaster city. New experiences? They're basically kryptonite. It all comes down to that fear of the unknown, judgment, and failure. They might worry about making a fool of themselves or not being able to handle the situation. So they avoid. This reluctance to step outside their comfort zone can lead to missed opportunities and a sense of stagnation. No one wants to get stuck in a what-if rut. Let's talk about relationships. They are the cornerstone of our lives, providing us with joy, support, and a sense of belonging. We all crave connection, right? That feeling of being seen, heard, and understood by another human being. It's a fundamental human need. But for someone with avoidant personality disorder, intimacy can feel like walking a tightrope over a pit of rejection. Every step feels precarious and fraught with danger. It's not that they don't want to be loved or to love in return. It's just that the fear of being hurt, abandoned, or disappointed can be overwhelming. This fear can be paralyzing. Imagine wanting to reach out, to connect on a deeper level, but feeling like there's an invisible wall holding you back. It's a constant struggle between desire and fear. They might avoid getting close to people, sabotage relationships before they even begin, or push away those who try to get too close. It's a way to protect themselves from potential pain. It's a defense mechanism, a way to protect their heart from getting broken. This self-protection often leads to loneliness and isolation. This fear of intimacy can manifest in different ways. It can affect friendships, romantic relationships, and even family bonds, making it difficult to maintain close connections. Now, we all need a little alone time every now and then, right? It's a chance to unwind, to reflect, and to find some peace amidst the chaos of daily life. To recharge, to reconnect with ourselves, and to gain a fresh perspective on things. But for someone with avoidant personality disorder, Alone time isn't just a choice, it's a necessity. It's a way to cope with overwhelming emotions and fears. Remember that fear of judgment, rejection, and criticism we talked about? It's ever present, like a shadow that never leaves. It's like they're constantly surrounded by a swarm of invisible critics, always watching, always judging. The only way to escape that feeling is to retreat into their own little world where they feel safe and in control, away from the prying eyes of others. They might isolate themselves from friends, family, and social events, choosing instead to spend their time alone with their thoughts and feelings, where they feel less vulnerable. Self-isolation can lead to feelings of loneliness, depression, and anxiety. It becomes a heavy burden to carry. It's like they're trapped in a self-perpetuating cycle of avoidance, and breaking free from that cycle can feel impossible, like trying to climb out of a deep, dark well. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about overthinking. For someone with avoidant personality disorder, overthinking isn't just an occasional annoyance, it's a way of life. They're like the ultimate replay button, constantly rewinding and analyzing past social interactions. Imagine replaying a simple conversation in your head a million times, dissecting every word, every pause, every facial expression. This constant overthinking can lead to anxiety, insomnia, and a whole lot of unnecessary stress. It's like they're stuck in their own mental hamster wheel, running and running but never actually getting anywhere. This overthinking often prevents them from enjoying the present moment and connecting with others authentically. Remember, understanding and empathy go a long way. If you or someone you know is struggling with avoidant personality disorder, please know that you are not alone. There is help available and things can get better. You deserve to live a full and meaningful life, free from the constraints of avoidance.